Hi, and welcome to another video. In this video, I'm going to be touching on the TikTok influencer that was unalived outside of a sushi spot. Her name is Gloria Zamora. For starters, I just want to say condolences to the family, trying to do this all from a respectful standpoint. But it wasn't just her also that was unalived. It was, I don't know if it was her date. It was allegedly was her date. But something made me look a little bit deeper into this because it is a telltale sign of why a lot of relationships are the way that they are in this world because of the way that women are presenting themselves. It's a very touchy topic, but on this channel, I go over difficult conversations and tough talks, things that people aren't really talking about from a truth biblical perspective. So if any of this offends you, you could just click off of the video. But I'm about to just go over some things that I noticed about this lady. So this lady is a TikTok influencer slash Instagram baddie. Okay. I'm going to share her Instagram profile. These are the type of pictures that you'll see on her Instagram. If you are going through lust or whatever the case is, it's probably is a place for you to be watching this right now. But yeah, these are the type things that she goes over on her platform. It's typical, right? No, it's not that the woman doesn't look good, like she doesn't have a good body and stuff like that. It's just the fact that she is actually married. Okay. She was actually married. She was going through a divorce. And it was her, I assume her husband that she was going through, it was her husband that was going through divorce. I don't know if they already finalized the divorce or not, but I mean, he finalized it because he unalived her and the man that she was there with. But after the fact, was unalived himself by an officer who heard the disturbance. I'm just going to play this video real quick just so you can have an idea of what happened, and then we're going to go over some of the things that aren't being talked about the situation and what you should be learning from it.
Gunned down in a sushi restaurant parking lot along with the man she was with, and police say the killer was none other than her estranged husband. We'll be breaking down the devastating fallout of this tragic case. Welcome to Sidebar, presented by Law and Crime. I'm Jesse Weber. A heartbreaking and violent tragedy has shaken the fitness and social media communities out in California. Gloria Zamora, a popular fitness influencer and mother of 7, was shot and killed over the weekend, along with her dinner date, in what authorities believe was an act of domestic violence carried out by her estranged husband. And the suspected gunman was actually fatally shot at the scene by an off-duty sheriff's deputy. This is according to police. So we're going to break down what happened, what investigators have confirmed, and obviously the deep impact this has left on the families and the many children that have been left behind. It was Saturday, June 21st, when 40-year-old Gloria Zamora and 43-year-old Hector Garduno went out for sushi in Fontana. This is a city outside of LA. Now, family members told NBC4 that the two had been meeting up to discuss a new business project, a gym that specifically catered to women. At some point that evening, Gloria's estranged husband, Tomas Alberto Tamayo Lizarraga, showed up in the parking lot, and police say he approached the couple and he opened fire. Fontana police officer Steve Reed told local affiliate ABC7, quote, "We don't know how he knew where she was at, but apparently she had been at the restaurant for approximately an hour prior to the shooting." So why was he there? Well, according to Officer Reed, it all came down to one word. They were going through a divorce. That's what led to this. Divorce. That is a detail that is more than just context. Because in fact, just days before the shooting, Gloria Zamora made a decision that may have tragically sealed her fate. And we're going to come back to that. But for now, police believe that Lizarraga deliberately tracked her down before shooting both Zamora and Garduno at point blank range. Several off-duty law enforcement officers happened to be nearby when the shooting occurred, and one of them, a San Bernardino County Sheriff's deputy, was driving past the shopping center when he heard the shots ring out. According to Officer Reed, quote, "He was driving on the street outside the shopping center and heard the gunshots and saw what had happened."
So, he's just in, I don't know if you want to say the wrong place at the right time, but it's just like an officer involved shooting.
I just skipped past the officer, talking about all that stuff and whatever the case is. Like, you can watch the video if you want to, but that's not what I'm about to go over in this video. So just so we have the context, they was at a sushi bar meeting up with the guy who, for a business meeting, he came, he popped them, and then the other officer found him, popped him. So let's move forward.
And in the episode titled, "Why My Second Marriage Has Fallen Apart," Zamora opened up with raw honesty. She spoke about how her fitness journey and a growing presence on social media was becoming her calling, and how that focus on career, she said, was creating friction in her second marriage.
Now, that's what I want to also pinpoint and why I've spoke about her Instagram earlier. Now, obviously, I wasn't in their bedroom, I wasn't in their arguments, I wasn't in their home. But I feel like it's super important to talk about this because it comes down to what she was doing on her social media. I don't think it was the fitness career that was the issue. A lot of people, the media, are going to make it seem like he's just had no absolute reason. And listen, I'm not condoning violence. I'm not condoning unaliving somebody. That's not what I'm saying. What he did was absolutely wrong. But emotions are a powerful thing. People could say all day you're not supposed to do something, but you can't control what someone does. And honestly, what they've left out is that she has very raunchy pictures on here. And this was from February, and we all the way in July. This is happening just now. So this is the reason why her marriage was falling apart. But of course, women are going to be labeled as victims and everything, and they're going to get a whole bunch of publicity, and they're going to be like, well, you need to let that man go. He's doing too much. He's in the way, whatever the case is, right? And completely disregard how this man felt. He probably married her at a time where, because she said, I didn't go over the footage yet, but essentially, just to save you the clip, she's on the podcast and she says that she got lipo done because she had just had a baby or whatever case is, and baby weight, all of that, right? And yet she is a social media, not just a regular influencer. We talking about a fitness one, be an influencer. Honestly, I think that's cheating. I couldn't care less what y'all do with y'all body, whatever. It's your business. It's really not your business because you're putting it out on the internet. But the only thing I care about is it influences the youth, and it puts false pretenses, because it's like, you didn't get this body from working out. You got this body from a doctor. Yeah, you worked out afterwards. Yeah, whatever cases, but it's still considered you got the surgical procedure. People were even going far as you got a BBL. I don't know about all of that, because if you can get nipped and tucked, you can't trust anybody. You could get fat transferred. If you can get that lipo, where did the lipo go? But that's a whole nother topic. That's pretty much irrelevant at this point because she's no longer here. But it's important to touch on at the same time, just so the younger generations can see, because they are the ones that are being advertised to about the beauty standard, and to just clarify that this isn't just it is attainable through working out, but don't everything on the internet isn't real. But this clearly, I mean, look at this, you could put this on an OF page, you could put this on a corn or an explicit website, you could put this on any type of thing that is deemed as something that's for the bedroom. You could put that on there. He was essentially fighting for his marriage, fighting for his wife. I don't know the full details, obviously, but just based on the social media footprint, this isn't a fitness career. This is sex work. The reason why men are going crazy in the gyms, like them saying, this is inappropriate for them to wear, they're thirst trapping because they are, is because it's a distraction. Yes, it is a distraction. Men are going to want to look, and then women get mad about it, but they know that's what they want. They just want the attention. But she said some interesting things in the interview. One of the things that she said, mind you, and this is real time, y'all, I literally just looked on TikTok. I'm about to show you this video because the news always tries to paint a narrative according to their agenda or whatever the case is. This man was in fact going through a lot. This is all allegedly and information that I haven't seen anybody talk about. So I'm about to play the video and show you the screenshot. And just for context, she was all over social media on this woman's podcast explaining how horrible her divorce was and how much her husband was just mad about her influencer career, her social media fitness career. So we're about to watch the clip.
Instead of you being supportive, you're over here trying to just bring me down, tell me that I can't do this. You think you're all that? You think you're all that for you to go and work out and think that you can be on social media? Like, come on, man. Like, you're not even all that. Like, look, you have all these stretch marks. Like, really? Do you really think you're all that you can do that?
His insecurities are yelling to you.
Yes.
His projection is real.
Yes.
He's trying to bring you down so you don't leave.
Yes.
But what he doesn't understand is that you're pushing me more away. You're making me secure in my decision
Yes.
of leaving.
Woman that interviewed Gloria Zamora about her divorce reached out to me today for the information that I have put out, given to me by sources very, very closer than her to this whole situation. And in doing so, allowed me to tie a lot of the things that the information that I was getting to what she says, and it actually being probably true. The most concerning part to me is that she verified, one, that he did reach out to people, like he said, when he caught Hector Ivan and Gloria out together late at night. He tried to reach out to everybody, speaking about his wife's cheating on him, about him having paid for surgery, and basically getting her to where she was now, supporting her in essence.
He did. He reached out to me trying to expose. He reached out to me and my production team. He reached out to a lot of people, actually. He reached out to all the gyms that Gloria was going to. He reached out to multiple sources. Obviously, that it's everywhere, right? And let me tell you this. He was very calculated and very convincing, because that's what they do. They manipulate. He was trying to be heard. He is on multiple platforms that had anything to do with Gloria, spreading his message of he is the husband of so-and-so, and what you guys have seen, okay? And the reason why I didn't take that in is because I know the truth. It was already spoken to me about it.
Here she verifies that they were, in fact, caught by Tomas in the early hours of the morning together.
When he took his kids to Disneyland, before he stalked and tracked and harassed Gloria and Hector and confronted them and did the video of, this is Gloria, the influencer, and her amante. Are we not looking at...
Aquí Gloria, la acabo de mirar que está con su amante. Ya la torcí. La influencer ya está con su amante. Yep, ahí está el guy. Wow.
They were living together still. Essentially, he was still taking care of her, still paying the mortgage, still paying the bills. A source told me he was about to buy her a car. That's why she had not filed the divorce papers months ago. She did it now. She had gotten in a car accident and was reportedly driving one of Ivan's cars. She has given me enough reason to believe that both Gloria and Hector knew what they were doing, and what they were doing is stepping out on a husband that has been there for 16 years. She also spoke about the DV charge, that it was in fact real, but that he was the aggressor, even though she went to jail. But Bella Rowe reached out to me. Instead of giving me information that I can use to update the conversation, she just tried to use like emotional manipulation to make me speak falsely about the truths that the sources that I am receiving this information from have given me, with actual proof. And I think that's a disservice, because no matter what the husband did was a horrendous, disgusting act and is unjustifiable. This is only shedding light as to what happened here, what really happened. She says she knows what really happened, but I have not heard it. And if I do, I will make sure to update the videos. But a source left me with this that's very clear.
That's funny. Everybody that's defending her and him don't have no facts, don't got no paperwork, don't got no pictures. All they got is what she was telling them. Just like she had all her family fooled and everybody else fooled. Her whole image was a lie. She claimed she only had a tummy tuck. $27,000 worth of surgery.
Wow. And this is all allegedly, of course, on both sides, but you see how the dynamic is set up. The man was trying to reach out, allegedly, to multiple platforms, gyms, all type of different places, and they wouldn't hear that, because this country, this whole system, this satanic system, it goes deep, is literally geared towards women. Like, there's a reason for that, because Satan copies everything that God does, but he twists and turns it so that it could just destroy you. I'm telling you, that's why they follow such a feministic system. It's to destroy men, and this man was probably going through it. I'm not saying that what he did was right. I'm saying he was going through it up until the moment where he snapped. And they used it as entertainment. Can you imagine the guy in the background, what he was going through mentally, knowing that his wife, that he put a seed in her, and she's just putting her body, something that he's supposed to have access to only on the internet, and then they're just like using it as publicity. And there was something that she said beforehand. If I could locate the video, I'll put it up, essentially saying, "Don't try me or you'll see the result. I usually win." And of course the video isn't being located, but I don't know if somebody took it down or something, but she was being really aggressive. The only videos floating around is her being the victim, and like no one ever cares about what the man went through. They don't look at the other side of the story. They even had the cop in the beginning. That's why I fast forward the video. Like they hearing in the story is how heroic the cop was. But do you know what was going on fully? It's just a publicity stunt to make the woman look like woe is me, so that more and more women can go and do whatever they feel like, saying, "Oh, she's so beautiful. Oh, she's so this."
Workout in. Come on, let's go. Gloria Zamora was a fitness influencer who seemed to have it all. Beautiful, successful, and an inspiration to the thousands who followed her journey.
They don't talk about the potential dirt that she could have done. Investigate. Investigate. And these people only just go on one side. I'm not trying to, I hope that she there spiritually has figured everything. I don't know where this woman is. We don't know. But this is important to touch on. Mom of 6. Now there's 6 kids without their mother and their father. Okay, because of emotional blindness. You got to be aware of what's going on. You have to be aware of all the variables. I'm tired of women not caring about what how not just men, but women too. I'm a woman and I've dealt with some vicious women in my in my 31 years on earth. It's very disheartening how uncaring these women are and unnurturing these women are. I'm not saying the man is right. I'm not defending the man at all. He should not have done that. But he was provoked for years, for however long that she was just ignoring how he felt. He should have just walked away. He should have just let her go onto the internet streets and do what she wanted to do. But instead, he cost himself the life of the mother of his youth and his own life that's now wasted. He took a life and and ultimately played himself and took his life. But something did happen before that though. It wasn't just, oh, she was just reaching for her career. He's mad about her getting a career. It says probably something that he wasn't trying to sign up for. Moral of the story, y'all, is men, stop tripping over these women that don't love you. Women, stop tripping over these men that don't love you. Be focused on the Most High. That is who we need to be concerned about, because we only have this amount of time. This is probably something that he wasn't trying to sign up for, but if you talk about these type of things, you get labeled and stuff like that, but it is what it is. I'm gonna say the truth here on this channel. I don't know the guy, but he was clearly going through some stuff. When you lay down with somebody, that is a soul tie, and he felt some type of deep connection with her, and she was just disregarding it. She was basically, if you don't let me doing the Kiki Palmer, this is what's going to influence women, and this is what's going to also unalive them too. Y'all could continue to do what y'all want to do, but like I said, when these situations happen, when things get messy and people get unalived, that's why I would get so upset when these celebrities go and they influence everybody to, women, your women empowerment. Oh, just divorce, just break up a family. Nobody's talking about how she's breaking up yet another family because of selfishness. And this is all allegedly. This is me going off of the internet, the footprint, the evidence that is clear in your face. Women love to paint a narrative with one side of the story, but you don't know what else is going on. I'm, again, not defending him, but I'm not defending her neither. There's more to the story. Okay, there's more to the story. Being a 304 breaks up families and unalives people. Just saying. But if you do like content like this, feel free to like, share, subscribe, support. I do have a book out, Melanated and Expecting. I mean, you made it this far, you might as well check it out. Just going over the things that if I had known would have saved me so much pain, all of that, consequences that I'm still dealing with today, but God has truly blessed me. Value of Virtue. Okay, Value of Virtue is another book also that I came out with too, but it's important to, have a solid relationship built on trust and love. Know who you're marrying before you get into it. Yes, people do change, so you can't 100% protect yourself from that, but the only way that you can get that type of supernatural understanding is through the Most High. Create a relationship through Jesus Christ. We are in the end times. These are the final days, and these are the final days that you have the opportunity to have God who is open to you to come forth and say, hey, like, say hi to your father, praise him. So open up his word. I recommend Bible King James version that has the truth in it. Of course, there's other scripture books and whatnot, but as you go, that definitely has the truth in it and is a great starting point on your journey to creating that relationship with him. But stay sober-minded out here on these spiritual streets. Peace.